And oh, LeBron James. That brings me to Jalen, because I listen. The Super Bowl, Jalen was y'all's, MVP. Okay. Congratulations to him. He did a great job. They won the game. Shout out to the Eagles. I wanted y'all to win, not just because y'all QB was black, but because the Eagles didn't go to see Trump during the last election. So I wanted them to win based off of that, and the fact that they have the first ever black female assistant coach on a team, which is another thing that I was like, all right, and she won the Super Bowl. Okay. That first black lady assistant football coach won a Super Bowl. So shout out to her. Okay. But I saw this, and then we're gonna take a break because I need to go get my food from in front of the door. Okay. But somebody, I don't know, y'all know they troll, right? So I'm on Instagram Live, girl. Let me tell you what happened. So I'm on Instagram Live, right? And I'm talking about the Super Bowl and all of that. And somebody was like, what you felt about Jalen Hurts and his, black love thing? I guess he must have said something about his old lady at some point, and everybody was like, super duper excited about the fact that, he had said something about his old lady. His old lady was out there with him. She a light-skinned black lady. Y'all was super duper excited. Let me see if I can find the picture of him and his girl at the Super Bowl. But y'all was all like, oh, Jalen Hurts, him so fine. Here you go. Black love. You know what I'm saying? What you thought about that, Bondi? And I was just like, oh, is that right? Oh, is that right? Oh, okay. And the reason why I feel that way is because, just like with LeBron James, you think somebody is on the up and up because of the wife that they present. You think they on black love, but the rumor is they cheat on their black wife with white women all the time. That's the word on a curb. I don't know if it's true, but I'm more so inclined to believe that that's true than to believe that LeBron James is a faithful husband that never cheats on Savannah. Girl, I'm not dumb enough to believe that, first of all. And yes, this young woman is a light-skinned black lady. I also felt like I'm not impressed by that. I'm like, around my way, or maybe in my world, black men don't automatically go to white women. There's a gradient here, right? This light-skinned black lady is right before the white women. Okay. On the scale of how pro-black, or how outside of stereotypical norms you are, like, I give people on pats on the back or brownie points when they act outside of societal norms that have been impressed upon them. So for me, if he was with, yes, if he was with a dark-skinned woman, if he was with a plus-size woman, like if he was with Angie from Harlem, if a beautiful black woman that looked like Angie from Harlem ran her fine ass down there to wrap her arms and her titties around Jalen, and he was all on her and loving on her, then I would have been like, okay. Then I would have been given a little bit of brownie point. Okay. Even though I feel like you can present anything to us and still not really be fucking with that. So that's another reason why I'm never going to be too excited about who these men present to the world, because we all know that they could present a certain woman to the street, but they gonna fuck anybody, and they'll impregnate anybody. And then that makes me feel like, why do we care about these types of things? He won the football game, bitch. I don't need him to make proclamations about loving, black women because he won a football game. Like, y'all weird about that shit. So she's biracial. Either way, like, they was really like, somebody was in my comments mad because I'm not like all excited about that. And I'm like, girl, it's 2025. Who the fuck is still excited when y'all find out a black man likes a light-skinned, skinny black woman? Like, what are we talking about? That is a norm. That is a norm for a black man to like a light-skinned, skinny black woman, biracial, whatever. That's not the flex y'all think that it is. It's not. So I was just like, I want everybody to calm the fuck down on the dick riding. And I said this, y'all do too much behind other women men. Like, you literally in the comments mad at me because I'm not super excited about another woman's man. Like, the fuck? Girl, no, I'm never gonna be that excited about some other bitch's man like that. That's wild to me. If he makes a choice as a black man to be with a black woman, even at this state where we know that's usually may not always be the case that you be with a black woman as a successful football player. Okay, but I still don't give a fuck. Like that don't do nothing for me. And then, oh, what about his all black management team or his all woman? Because they said some shit like that. Because they I guess they was mad that I just wasn't slurping up Jalen Hurts' dick because somebody wins a football game that I don't really care about. I'm just being real with y'all. I don't pretend to be into sports because everybody else pretends to be into sports. A lot of women are into sports because their men are into sports, and that's great for them. But that's not impressed on me in this household. He can put it on, but it's not impressed on me to be some diehard fan or some shit like that of football. So I'm not about to pretend like I care about shit that I don't really care about. That's great for them. Okay? At the end of the day, he puts his team full of women, and that's great. That's actually smart. It's actually smart. But you know what? Another thing that it does? It worries me how many of these women he may be fucking if I was his fiance, his wife. Because what we've noticed, hello, Nick Cannon, is that the assistants, Diddy, the white girl assistants are cult members. Like, y'all don't know these people? I'm just being very clear. I don't know these people, but I'm telling you why I don't get excited when I see shit like this. I don't get excited because essentially, yes, it is probably the best thing in the world for him to have all women working for him. But I can pretty much guess that some of those women are fucking him or want to, or he wants to fuck them. Either way, y'all get real excited about things that I look at from a different standpoint. And what I've noticed about men that like to surround themselves with women sometimes is that they surround themselves with women because women will do anything for you. If women fuck with you, if women feel like you a good guy, they'll go above and beyond for you in a way that men will not. It is, especially in business, To me, a good looking famous man can always get some assistant, PR person, whatever the fuck, to fall in love with them if they are the type of man that has that energy around them where a lot of women are into them. That you will hire women and those women will want to fuck you too. So what does that mean? What does that mean? And that's what I'm saying. I'm not putting nothing on Jalen because Jalen could be, faithful. Jalen could not be a whore. You know what I'm saying? Jalen could be completely above board. He's a great football player, but I'm not about to jump off the curb about the type of man that he is simply because he has thick eyebrows and he won a Super Bowl and he surrounds himself with women. And that's what some of y'all are doing. Y'all are jumping off the curb. Okay, in one way or another. And I just want everybody to calm down. That's all. I just want everybody to calm down. Okay, congratulate that man. Be happy that he won. Happy that he is going to be making more money now. All of that shit. Happy for his old lady because she is a black woman, biracial, whatever the fuck, like be happy for them people. Absolutely. But the dick riding. No. I want everybody to calm down. Okay, yes, he had a beautiful purple suit on before the game. Beautiful purple suit. He be dressed down, them eyebrows be on par with what's socially acceptable right now because y'all know we into the thick eyebrows right now. Okay? You a little color struck, but okay. Am I? Am I color struck? Where would you get that from? I don't think I'm color struck at all. I actually think I did a lot of work on myself from childhood not to be like that. However, I think what you're confusing is me pointing it out in other people because I recognize that is how the bulk of other people respond. I'm just pointing out what I feel like is happening here. But yeah, no. That's not a reflection of how I feel about people. This is my commentary on Jalen and how people are responding to him. So I'm just, I don't know. I'm confusion. I'm literally speaking on how I am not bucked up by these types of things, okay? Um like as a lighter complected woman, I very much notice how people act as if being lighter means something more than being darker. And so for me, it is not um excitable for him to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not outside of the status quo the way it is trying to be portrayed as black love, as if it's something outside of a status quo, as if his woman is not um a a preference of some sort. You know what I mean? Again, light skin, thin, like that's a preference, sweetheart. I know that that's a preference because I know how the other side of women feel and how they are treated and what they are told, what they're being told from men. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to speak on how I feel that other people are responding to light complected people. It is not a reflection of how I feel about light complected people, just to be very, very clear. Um, you know, uh, and when it comes to like the black and biracial thing, I often don't do the most when it comes to that, and that's simply because it's 2025. So now y'all say biracial people aren't black. When I was coming up, I was born in 1988. So from 1990 to about 2015, most biracial people that are famous were still considered black. That's something online that y'all have just now decided y'all want to just be like, oh, you biracial, that's not black. A lot of y'all are just now coming to this conclusion. And then your argument is, oh, the one drop rule. Having a whole black parent and a white parent is not a one drop rule scenario. So stop with the bullshit. Um, I say black and or biracial, they are interchangeable to me. It makes no difference to me because when I was coming up, if you were biracial and you look like a black person, then you're a black person. If you're biracial and you look white, then you're white. Like it depends on what you look like. That's what all of this bullshit is basically based off. What you look like. Okay. So I'm just being real with y'all about what it seemed like to me. But I also really don't give a fuck. That's the whole point of me saying this from jump, is that I feel like a lot of people are responding to certain things that I really don't care about. So don't assume anything about me from my commentary unless I have said how I feel about it. But don't assume anything, sweetheart. Don't assume. Don't assume.